What's up, everyone? It's your host, Ghost, coming to you live with another wonderful video. How's everyone doing? Oh man, I'm tired. As always, I'm always tired. That's what it feels like, anyways. Um, yeah, it's just finally back after a small break. Um, I was gonna do a video yesterday, but was a little tired and I didn't feel like doing one. Honestly, I was like, I'll just take the holiday off and just relax. So that's what I ended up doing. Um, I ended up working, so I didn't really do much for 4th of July. But I hope everyone else had a good 4th of July. All right. So we got a few things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about people or individuals or whatever. We're not going to talk about a few dumbasses who want to bring up various things on Independence Day and don't really know what they're talking about. One being some, she's a. Right, a St. Louis Congresswoman, Cori Bush. She said something dumb about with Independence Day. Then Ben and Jerry's, they're morons. They decided to do something stupid as well. So and then we'll talk about cocaine at the White House. And the hilarities that followed. And apparently now, if you fly the American flag, you're racist. Oh, you're probably racist. And then we have a stupid delusional girl on the whatever podcast wants her man to fight off 6 dudes instead of having a firearm. So we'll watch that, laugh at her, and all that stuff, and maybe we'll talk about one other thing. Or I might save it for tomorrow. Let's see. Sorry. Let's see how we're doing on time. But let's get into it. Let's talk about the first thing. First thing being cocaine was found at the White House. And memes had ensued that even fooled me. I had to change the title because it turns out it wasn't true. But memes were happening and made me believe that the cocaine appeared right after a visit from Hunter Biden. But I was wrong once you actually look into the story. But I mean, who knows? He could still have very well brought it. All right. So sorry. There we go. So Secret Service investigating suspected cocaine found in the West Wing of the White House. All right, a substance discovered in the White House complex that caused a brief shutdown. Caused a brief shutdown of the facilities Sunday evening. Tested positive for cocaine soon after it was found, according to 2 law enforcement officers and a recording of a radio dispatcher from that night. The substance was found in the common area of the West Wing, which houses the Oval Office and the office of some of the president's top aides and support staff. A senior law enforcement official told CBS News, that's what this article is, the substance was found in a storage facility in a cubby routinely used by White House staffers and guests to store cell phones. The Secret Service will lead a full review of how the substance got into the West Wing, the law enforcement officials told CBS News, including examining consulting cameras and entrance logs to determine who had access to the space. The discovery of the unknown item prompted a precautionary closure of the White House. Secret Service spokesman Anthony Guglielmo acknowledged in a statement. Yeah, they probably thought it was like anthrax or some shit because it's white and powdery. Racist, right? Guglielmi said that the DC Fire Department was called to evaluate the substance and determine it was non-hazardous. Further testing is taking place to confirm the substance is cocaine. Okay, that was dude. Who wrote this article? All right, Melissa Quinn and Nicholas what? Or Nicole Sagina? What the fuck? All right, no. Further testing is taking place to confirm the substance is cocaine. That doesn't make sense if they're. Okay, whatever. That doesn't make sense. All right. DC Fire Hazmat personnel responded to the scene Sunday night can be heard in a recording of the radio message saying the substance tested positive for cocaine hydrochloride. The message was posted by the website OpenMHZ, which records archives radio dispatch by police, fire, and EMS agencies. President was not at the White House over the weekend. He, First Lady Dr. Joe Biden, and members of the family departed for Camp David on Friday. They returned to the White House on Tuesday for an event with the National Education Association's and 4th of July festivals. All right, so that's that. Why would I talk about that? Well, like I said, I got tricked. I thought Hunter Biden. I thought I saw. Well, I didn't think I saw. I saw a meme, thinking it was real because I was looking at stuff and tired and not really paying that much attention. But I saw several memes making it talking how like Hunter Biden arrived or had just visited and then there was like a meme or whatever that Hunter Biden just visited the facility or the White House, not facility, just visited the White House, and then the next day or something like that, cocaine was found. So that's why I was originally talking about it, or the reason I talked about it, and but yeah, that's why I brought it up, and once I learned actually that, because I generally just look at read these articles along with you guys, so I don't do any like prior research generally. So I had no idea. I just thought, all right, that's cool. That's something to talk about. Let's laugh at Hunter Biden and his stupidity. But that turned out not to be the case, and that's okay. All right, we're all allowed to make mistakes. All right. So let's get on to the next one. Let's see, here we go. So the next thing we're going to talk about is this tweet. Cori Bush. Now, like I said before, Cori Bush is a St. Louis congresswoman. Obviously a Black Lives Matter activist. So, and she has pronouns in her bio. So that tells you pretty much all you need to know. Let's be honest. Anyway, so yesterday she tweeted this out. The Declaration of Independence was written by enslavers and didn't recognize people as human. That is true. Today is a great day to demand reparations now. That is dumb. And then it looks like someone else. Someone from whatever. She commented, Libby Evans commented, of the 56, 11 signers were guilty of enslaving others. Jefferson's clause about the need to abolish slavery was removed from the documents in order to appease the colonies that backed the practice. Adams, Franklin, and 2 others were abolitionists. which is absolutely accurate. That's absolutely true. Um, to get the oh man, to get the what's the word I'm looking for? To get it actually signed, they had to allow um they had to remove the talks about removing slavery and all that because there were other colonies that backed it heavily. So to get the damn thing signed, that's why they had to. That's why they didn't take it out, even though a lot of them believed it. Believed in didn't really believed in it. They owned it more as because that was the times really. In Washington and whatnot, when he died, he freed his slaves, and that practice was very common. Um, Jefferson didn't, but I believe when Jefferson died, the ability to free your slaves was like no longer allowed, like upon your death or something like that, if I remember correctly. But I could be wrong. Anyways, the reason I brought that up is one, stupid to talk about that on independence, on reparations on Independence Day, because reparations are dumb. Anyone who's like, especially a politician, talks about reparations, it's purely for votes. It's to get votes. They don't actually believe it because reparations are. I mean, California is doing it, and it's really fucking dumb. Because here's the thing about reparations that a lot of people don't think about. One, how do you determine, like, to really do reparations? You don't want to give the money away from someone that's ancestors were never slaves, right? Okay, so then you're going to have to require proof of you're going to need to require proof of the ancestrals that were slaves. And if there's no record, then how do you actually know that? And then there's the mixed person, half white, half black, or whatever. Okay, so do they still get reparations because half of their genealogy is black, so they may have been enslaved. The other half is white, so they may be they may have been slave owners. So how do you what do you do in that case? In that person, do you give like half reparations? It's a dumb thing to try and demand. That's something you would request, and I think they were giving some sort of reparations, like some land and some money and stuff like that, or something. I don't remember what exactly, but reparations is something you ask. You try and get the after it was no longer, whatever, so like, when slavery ended, that was the time to really demand the reparations. You can't demand it for people, for the most part, the majority, okay, of the people that, would get reparations have never been slaves. So just because their ancestors were slaves, they don't really, okay, that didn't affect you in today's society. And I know there's all that talk. Oh, well, because of blah, 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 whatever they want to, complain because, there's no responsibility to, take it. There's no responsibility when it comes to, how shitty your life is or anything nowadays. It's always someone else's fault. But even if your ancestors are slave, why should today's society, who's never owned slaves, pay you just because your ancestors were slaves? And why should someone whose ancestors didn't own a slave have to pay for someone's ancestors who were slaves? See, the whole reparations argument doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense, and it's just a tool to try and get votes, to con black people into voting for them. I don't think a lot of black people are that stupid, to like, oh yeah, reparations. Look, reparations just dumb. It's really just dumb. Because then it's like, all right, well, what about what if an African comes, or someone with descended from Africans, and what if the person they're descended from was the ones that were selling their fellow Africans to the white people. Do they get the reparations? They're black. I mean, from what all I've seen of when it comes to reparations, the only thing you need to get the reparations is be black and in America. That's what generally seems like. Maybe there's a few outlines and whatnot. Let me look at this one. Let me look up California. So for what if you didn't know, California instituted some dumb reparation shit, and it was funny because right when after they proposed it, and it was like a certain amount, an activist came back and was like, "No, you need to pay us even more." So I'm just seeing if they have like a real, whatever. So it's just really dumb. I think the reparations argument is just a dumb argument at this point. It's just a dumb argument. I mean, it's there's no feasible way to do it. And why should people that were never slaves be paid by people who never owned slaves? See, it just doesn't make sense if you actually think about it. Why should people that have never been, slave owners pay people who've never been slaves? Like, reparations for what? All right. So that's that. Stupidity from yesterday. All right. So Ben and Jerry's were stupid too. Okay. Ben and Jerry's was stupid. The United States was founded on stolen indigenous land that this 4th of July, let's commit it to returning it. Okay, this is dumb too. Now, why is this dumb? I know I'm probably just the biggest racist right now, but this is dumb too. Now, why is it dumb? Why is it dumb? Well, here's the thing. Here's how life worked back in the day. Well, specifically for the Indians. Yes, I said Indians. I'm racist. The whole give the land back thing is a dumb argument in general, but here's pretty much why. The native population would go to other tribes, fight, conquer their land, and take over their land all the time. That's what happened all the time. So let's say we did try this whole give back the land bullshit. Whose land, to what land, to what people do we give back to? Do we give it back to the Sioux who we took it from, or do we give it back to the Comanches before them, or do we give it back to the what else? What are the native tribes? What the hell? I can't ask a simple fucking question. Seems. Whatever. So you understand what I'm saying. Do you give it to the Sioux before the Comanches, the Apaches before them, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The Mohawks, the Cheyenne, the Navajo before them, the Cherokee before them, the Iroquois before them, Pawnee before them, the Eskimos before them, whatever. Like, whose land do you give it back to? It ends up being the question from who we took it from, quote unquote. Okay, because they would take land from each other all the time because you went where the resources was, and if someone was living in the resources, you take it over. That's how it worked. That's how life worked. All right, and just because we came in and we had better technology, and we won, well, to the victor comes the spoils. You may not like it, but that's how the world was back then. People would take over people's land all the time, like the invading kingdoms. small armies, whatever. That's how it went. And if they got defeated, their land got taken over. That's just how it was. Whether you like it or not, that's how it was. And if if that's it's I just hate this argument, give back the land kind of. It's a dumb argument again. I know all the arguments I keep saying are dumb, but they really are really fucking dumb. Like, seriously, why this? How are you going to give back land from someone when they took land back from someone else? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me at all when it comes to give back the land. And it's whatever. And it's been forever. What are we gonna do? Just put the Native Americans, the Indians, back in control of the government? Okay, so this whole give back the land is dumb. All right, because what we're gonna rock the entire foundation of this country, and to give the government, back to the native populations. Okay, look, they lost. It sucks, but again, to the victor goes the spoils, and that's how the world works. It's just how it is. Live with it. It's okay. You live in a good country. All right. So now we're going to talk about this. If you have an American flag hanging outside your house, you're probably racist. So now, if you hang an American flag outside your house, you're not proud of your country. You don't support your country. You're just racist, more than likely. And of course, it's a black chick that's saying this. That's all they ever got is you're racist. All right, let's listen to this dumbass broad.
Flag outside of somebody's house.
Okay. Well,
I just
what the? No, I know. It's because I don't have the fucking voice. There we go. There we go. All right.
Flag outside of somebody's house. I just automatically assume you racist.
Almost definitely. But we felt that way for years. Like, I'm 51. And even as a kid, we knew. It was understood. If there was an American flag at their house, they some racist ass white motherfuckers. That's just what it was. I thought everybody thought that or knew that. It's funny to see that they're saying it now and it's like it's kind of new. But no. Yeah, been thinking about that. Thought that forever.
Flag outside of somebody's house.
Okay. So apparently, if you fly the American flag now, you're just a big old racist. Like you're the biggest racist of all times. DC fire. Okay, sorry. I just was making sure that my shit actually was playing, recording my voice, because it likes to fool me because it's rude like that. Anyways, so let's watch this again. All right. So
I just automatically assume you racist.
Almost definitely.
Also, it's really funny that this chick's just fat as fuck and trying to talk to. Come on, it's dumb.
But we felt that way for years. Like, I'm 51. And even as a kid, we knew. It was understood. If there was an American flag at their house, they some racist ass white motherfuckers. That's just what it was. I thought everybody thought that or knew that. It's funny to see that they're saying it now and it's like it's kind of new. But no. Yeah, been thinking about that.
This is so dumb. Like, look, just because someone flies an American flag, it makes no sense. Also, you can tell it's not that popular because it's been viewed 734,000 times and it's only got 8,000 likes. So it's not that popular. Actually, well, this lives at TikTok, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's not the, I don't know. Never mind. That was a dumb argument I made. See, I make dumb arguments too. But no, it's so fucking dumb. Like, okay, so because I fly an American flag, I'm racist. Okay. That's no. What? Maybe, I mean, It's so fucking retarded. Like, are you fucking kidding me? If I fly an American flag, I'm probably proud of it being an American. It's the best country to be. Uh, I'm proud of the ideals we have. Yeah, we weren't the best, when it came to certain aspects, slavery and all that stuff, but slavery is still going on. Okay. We ended it in our country fairly quickly in terms of everywhere else. Like everywhere else hadn't really, like, Britain had done away with slavery before us, but that was just in their country. It wasn't in their whole empire. Um, but yeah, in the whole of our country, we ended it like fairly quickly, in terms of relevancy, especially considering that slavery had been going on prior to the formation of this country for thousands and thousands of years. And here's something that people don't really understand. Guess what? It's not just black people that were enslaved; white people were enslaved too. Like, okay, as Native American tribes, when they conquered, they enslaved people more than likely. Okay, whenever any country, Africans in Africa, they enslaved their own people all the fucking time, and then they sold, and then later on they sold the people they enslaved to white people and other people, Hispanic, they enslaved people, Asians, they enslaved people. It was human nature to, if we defeated you, we're going to enslave you and you're going to help build the country we took from you. Like, that was a common practice. Does it make it right? No, but like, this is the dumbest thing ever. And then this whole, like, okay, like, I fly the American flag because I'm proud of the ideas we share, is what I was originally talking about. And the ideals we share, freedoms is, the Constitution, all 10, the Bill of Rights, the ones that follow. I'm not too crazy about some of the other amendments, but the first 10 are generally my favorite. The right to due process, an attorney, firearms, freedom of speech, religion, all that stuff. That's generally, like, when you think of the American flag, that's what you think. There's a reason why, when places like in Hong Kong or where there's revolutionary stuff going on and stuff, the rebels that are against the dictator government or whatever, or against basically what you would think of as the bad guys, they're waving the American flag. That's what the American flag used to represent, is being the good guys. Now, were we the best people? No, but in relative to the rest of the world, we were a lot better. We had our ideas. We had more freedom. I still think we have a lot more freedom than other places. Yeah, our country's is the greatest country, and there's a reason for that. And that's what, most people, especially, immigrants that come from a shittier country, think of when they think of the American flag, is that's the best country. There's a reason we have, thousands upon thousands of people illegally crossing the border every day. There's a reason for that. And, it's what this country represents. What's the flag represents? So just calling it, oh, if you fly the flag, you're racist, is just dumb. And whenever I see people call something like racist, that it's really not. It just tells you they don't have much going on in their life, so they have to say, hey, this is racist because my life isn't going that great. I really don't have anything else going for it. So therefore, I'm just going to call this racist because that's all I got. Like, I got nothing of interest of me, so I'm just going to be a professional victim. But yeah, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. All that shit's dumb. All right, so I think we're done with all that retardedness. So we're going to get on. Oh shit! I probably shouldn't say that. Oh well, I'm not monetized yet. But so we talked about all that dumb shit. Let's get on to another dumb shit. All right. So I saw this on Nuance Bro. So this here is the whatever podcast, and they're they're basically like Fresh and Fit. They bring girls on, debate them on women and male dynamics and all that stuff, female male dynamics and all that stuff. But here's this interesting clip that I just ran across yesterday, and it kind of shows how dumb chicks can be. So yeah, let's just watch this video because this was just blew my mind how dumb this chick could be and how much it proves that she watches way too many movies. All right.
You said you'd prefer a guy who does self-defense using other methods. Are we talking like with his
Oh,
fists?
not like that. I just mean like I think a gun is a bit extreme. Like if because most people would argue like for a legally obtained firearm in like a circumstance of self-defense. Like if someone breaks into your home, like most people would argue for that. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, okay, because even if someone doesn't have a firearm themselves, they could be very well dangerous. What if they have a bat or something, or what if there's more than one of them, or what if X amount of reasons? Like, of course, yeah, having a gun, it's.
And like, I personally would prefer a different. I don't know.
Let's say you
Like what? She's like, I would prefer a different method, but what method would or what would you prefer? A bat? Would a bat be okay with you?
find a great guy.
This great
Question
guy.
is,
I'm like,
do
where
you-
is he?
He's staying far the fuck away from you, lady.
He's coming. You find a great guy.
No, he's not.
He wants to marry you. You
Okay.
guys get married. Would you prefer he defends you against home invaders with a gun or with his fists?
It would depend on what the home invader has in his hand.
See, that's a dumb argument. It depends on what the home invader has in his hands. No, if you're breaking in, you're gonna get shot. That's how you should feel. It's like, because if you're breaking in someone's house, you generally, for the most part, unless you're that dumb TikToker or whatever, you have ill intent. All right. Ill intent. And I'm gonna do something bad, whether it's rob, beat the shit out of you. It's dumb. So yeah, no. Gun, boom, boom.
You can't decide that.
Yeah. I don't
Like that is
so.
not up to
Yeah, that's a good point. You can't decide in this situation, I'm going to stand there, wait, see what they have in their hand. Then I'm not going to grab my gun, or I'm not going to. No, it's going to be human reaction. You're going to grab the nearest weapon you have against someone that breaks into your house in the middle of the night. Gun, bat, whatever. I prefer a gun because guns are the greatest equalizer. Because anyone who uses a gun is generally on doesn't matter how big, gigantic, or how tiny you are, you're on a very equal playing field, basically.
You never know.
Or if
You
there's
never
more
know.
than one. If there's more than one.
Yeah.
There's 5 home invaders. All of them don't have weapons. They're ready to throw down with their fists against your husband. Would you prefer he has his hands or a gun?
Hands.
See, this just shows you how dumb she is. She's watched 2 movies. All right, look, let's just make this clear. If 5 guys break into your house and all you got, and they don't have anything, and all you got is your hands as well, you're gonna fucking lose, because it's not gonna be fucking like a turn-based video game or some shit where they attack and then you attack and then they attack and then you attack and then no. It's not. It's gonna be a dog pile, or like 3 of them are gonna grab you, beat the shit out of you, and then the other 3 are gonna grab your woman and do very terrible things to her. Like this old, she watches too many movies. She thinks, her boyfriend's gonna like kung fu them shit. Look, kung fu, boxing, all that shit. That don't mean shit against 5 dudes. Okay, it doesn't mean anything against 5 people trying to come at you with ill intent. It's fucking dumb.
You don't want. He's.
I
Gonna
don't
get
want
the
them
shit.
dying.
He's
It's-
You don't want them to fuck them. They're gonna come and do something to you. All right, fuck them. Who the fuck cares? They broke into your house. They're criminals. They're bad people. They're bad individuals.
They're
get the
just
shit
coming into
kicked
my
out of him.
house.
They're just coming to your house. They broke into your house, lady. Okay. If they break into your house and you didn't invite them and they don't leave, means they got some bad like intent behind them.
What if after they kill him, they want to rape you? Wouldn't you want him to have a gun in that instance?
Whoa, I didn't think they were gonna kill him.
Oh, you didn't think you see this dumb fucking bitch? She's fucking retarded. Like, God damn it, I can't say that word here. Whatever. Subscribe to my Rumble so you can hear me say that shit.
Well, I mean, they're home invaders. If he's gonna
That
fight
doesn't.
them,
Just because you invade someone's home doesn't mean you're gonna kill them.
How do you?
Okay, yeah, you're right. Doesn't mean you're gonna kill them, but it does mean you're gonna beat the ever living shit out of them. More than likely, if they try to prevent you from prevent that. Okay, means they are gonna do. Okay, so it's all done. All right. So yeah, the lady's dumb, but yeah, okay, yeah, yes. Just because someone breaks in your home doesn't mean that they're gonna come in and try and kill you or anything like that. But it generally will mean that they have some ill intent behind their motivations, meaning they're gonna probably try and I don't know, steal your shit, beat the shit out of you, sexually assault your girl, like whatever. Like someone's breaking into your home, okay, your home. It doesn't matter what the intention is. All right, if they're coming at you and they're in a very aggressive way, you have every right to defend yourself. Self-defense is a very important thing, and this is Canada. We have a right to self-defense. And if 5 against 1 person, yeah, no, you have every legal right to use a firearm because it's 5 against 1. Like he's gonna lose. Like this lady is dumb. She thinks, oh yeah, he's gonna fight 5 guys off. Look, all right, whatever. Like even Andrew Tate has his brother as backup. All right, it's so dumb. This chick's so dumb. Like, and this. I'm sure there's a lot of women out nowadays who think that. Oh, why you got to shoot him just because he broke in your house? Well, he's generally will have some ill intent behind it. Oh, it's just stuff. You can use insurance to get that back. Well, maybe the person doesn't have insurance because they may have the stuff, but they may not have the disposable income to continuously pay insurance to replace them. Or how about it's my shit, so you don't get to take it just because you feel entitled to take it. Well, he's dumb. Fellas, if you ever run into a girl like this, run away. Well, have some fun with her, but run away. Don't marry girls like these. All right? Girls like these are going to end up getting killed. Like, although I'm willing to bet she'll change her tune if she actually runs into it. This is just some dumb idealistic chick. But the second she's actually confronted with the real, oh yeah, she's gonna be like, oh, killed him, babe. Killed him. Fuck him. Here's the gun. Throw it. All right. Since I got a little time, we'll talk about this. So a judge limited Biden administration's contact with social media companies. A judge on Tuesday prohibited several federal agencies and officials of the Biden administration from working with social media companies about protected speech, a decision called a blow to censorship by one of the Republicans officials whose lawsuits prompt the ruling. U.S. District Judge Terry Doughty of Louisiana granted the injunction in response to a 2022 lawsuit brought by attorney generals in Louisiana and Missouri. Their lawsuit alleged that the federal government overstepped in its efforts to convince social media companies to address posting that could result in vaccine hesitation during the COVID-19 pandemic or affect elections. Doty cited substantial evidence of far-reaching censorship campaigns. He wrote that evidence produced thus far depicted a almost dystopian scenario. during the COVID-19 pandemic, a period perhaps best characterized by widespread doubt and uncertainty. Yeah, I wonder why that, that was characterized like that. It couldn't be possibly because, at one point they said no masks don't do anything. Then they said, "Oh no, definitely masks. You should definitely be masking." And then it went to, "We're only going to lock you down for 2 weeks." Oh, then it turned to, "All right, we're 4 weeks. All right, a year. All right, 2. All right, the vaccines will 100% cure you and will prevent you from getting COVID." And then it turned to, "Okay, well, look, you can still get COVID, but you won't get sick from it." So I wonder why there was such a widespread doubt and uncertainty. Anyways, the United States government seemed to have assumed a role similar to an Orwellian Ministry of Truth. And they did try to start a Ministry of Truth, didn't they? Republican Senator Eric Schmidt, who was the Missouri Attorney General when the lawsuit was filed, said on Twitter that the ruling was a huge win for First Amendment and a blow to censorship. Louisiana Attorney General Jeff Loudry said the injunction prevented the administration from censoring the core political speech of ordinary Americans on social media. The evidence in our case is shocking and offensive, with senior federal officials deciding that they could dictate what Americans can and cannot say on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and other platforms about COVID-19, elections, criticism of government, and more, Lowry said in a statement. The fact that this was even a case is scary. The Justice Department is reviewing the injunction and will evaluate its options in this case. No, Justice Department, this is your options in this case. Fuck you. You don't get to tell us what we can and cannot talk about. That's what the First Amendment's all about. Fuck you. White House officials a White House official who was not authorized to discuss the case publicly and spoke on the condition of anonymity. Coward. The administration has promoted responsible actions to protect public health, safety, and security when confronted by challenges like a deadly pandemic or foreign attacks on our elections, the official said. Our consistent views remain that social media platforms have a critical responsibility to take account of the effects their platforms are having on the American people, but make independent choices about the information they present. Yeah, except when you try and interfere with it. The ruling lists several government agencies, including the Department of Health, Human Services, and the FBI. That are prohibited by the injunction from discussion with social media companies aimed at encouraging, pressuring, or inducing in a manner that the removal, deletion, suppression, or reduction of content containing protected free speech. Yeah, remember when Elon took over Twitter, and then there's clear evidence that FBI were in there and telling Twitter what should and should not be posted. Yeah, remember that? The order mentions by name several officials, including Health and Human Services Secretary Xavier Becerra, Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, and others. Dowdy allowed several exceptions, such as informing social media companies of possible involving criminal activities and conspiracies. Okay. I don't really see how the conspiracies is. Criminal activities, I mean, maybe. As well as notifying social media firms of national security threats and other threats posted on platforms. Now, they can notify, but what those platforms do about it is up to them. The plaintiffs in the lawsuit also include individuals, including conservative website owner Jim Hoft. Never heard of him. Lawsuit accused the administration of using possibility of favorable and unfavorable regulatory actions to coerce social media platforms to squelch what is considered misinformation on masks and vaccines during the COVID-19 pandemic. It touches on other topics too, including claims about election integrity and news stories about materials on a laptop owned by Hunter Biden, the president's son. Yeah, if anyone doesn't remember when Jack Dorsey was in charge of Twitter, Twitter suppressed the story about Hunter Biden's laptop. And they're like Crowder talked about it, how like there was like, I can't remember the percentage of Biden voters, but they would like voters for Biden would have changed their votes had they learned this information. And it was a significant amount that it could have changed the outcome of the election. So that's interesting. Administration lawyers said the government left it up to the social media companies to decide what constituted misinformation and how to combat it. Yeah, sure they did. Yeah, because again, the Twitter files didn't show that at all. In one brief, they likened the lawsuit to an attempt to put a legal gag order on the federal government and suppress the speech of the federal government under the guise of protecting the speech right of others. You're okay. So, federal government, first off, fuck you. Second off, your speech does not allow you to suppress other people's speech. You cannot use your speech to suppress other people's speech. Okay? Also, you're the government. You don't get any rights. Fuck you. What the fuck? Plaintiffs' proposed injunctions would significantly hinder the federal government's ability to combat foreign influence campaigns, prosecute crimes, protect the national security, and provide accurate information to the public on matters of grave public concern, such as healthcare and election integrity, the administration says in a May 3rd court filing. Yeah, you lost all that. You lost all that when you fucking lied to us about pretty much all that shit. Yeah, you lost that ability to for us to even trust you. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. All right, looks like I got a little bit more time. So I got another thing I want to talk about. So there is a mass shooting in Philadelphia, and a BLM supporter, Kimberly Watt. This comes from the Post Millennial. A BLM supporter, Kim Brady Watson Carricker, was named as a suspect in a mass shooting. Now, it's a transgender dude. This one ugly motherfucker. Like, goddamn, that's ugly. Ugh. Ugly.
Who will really command support?
All right. A suspect wanted in connection with a shooting in Southwest Philadelphia on Monday has been identified as 40-year-old Kim Brady Watson Carricker. According to the Philadelphia Inquirer, Carricker was arrested on Monday evening after allegedly shooting and killing 5 people and injuring 2 children in the Kingsey neighborhood. Police said they apprehended a male suspect who was wearing a ballistic vest. Police Commissioner Daniel Outlaw said law enforcement responded to gunfire in the area of South 56th Street and Chester Avenue shortly before 8:30 p.m. Around 10 minutes later, the police followed and cornered the suspect in an alleyway on the 1600 block of South Fraser Street. On Facebook, Cray was seen posting in support of Black Lives Matter and following the Black Lives Matter Philly Facebook page. Yeah, that fucking terrorist group. Black Lives Matter today. There will be jobs available. Equal opportunity. Finally, just tell. Okay, there's equal opportunity, not equal outcome. Just wanted to point that out because they always say shout equal opportunity, but what they really mean is equal outcome. Just tell us where you're quitting so we can send someone over. Dude wrote in one Facebook comment responding to a story of workers going on strike for Black Lives. Okay. He also posted a Facebook to Facebook a story titled "How Do You Know If an Evil Spirit is Following You?" as well as one titled "Philly Anti-Violence Grant Program Shows Promising Results Despite Some Hiccups New Evidence Evaluation Shows." That's interesting. He also also made multiple posts showcasing guns and shootings, including resharing one post showing children shooting, as well as one of a person holding a flintlock pistol with the text "Wherefore art thou, O opposition, so I may slide upon thine block and runneth down on thee." Okay. Okay, so this ugly motherfucker. So obviously need to know, dude's a suspect. He's not guilty. He's a suspect. He has been arrested and related to these charges, but he's not a suspect. Of course, it turns out he is one. It's another trans shooter shooting people. Interesting. And of course, the thing about this thing is of course it's going against with it's being used as fodder by government like Kamala Harris to try and push an assault weapons ban and all that bullshit. Let's see. Just looking through my Twitter. But yeah, anyways, that's all there I got for you. That's all I got for you. I'm sorry I'm getting distracted. Per usual. I always get distracted when it comes here. But that's all I got for everyone. I hope you liked the video. Make sure you give me a like and follow. We talked about a lot of stuff today. Sorry, I'm watching. All right, you know what? Let's look at this. Run, laugh and cry over our president. I saw a title and it says Biden has dementia or some shit like that. Let's watch this. I'm curious.
Go get him. And here's Leo.
He looks so confused.
Where is he? I don't know, man. I want to say hi to him. Trying to get me off the stage. You're afraid I'm going to try to sing, aren't you? Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.
Okay, so that's all that was. I don't really think that show. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to tell what is dimension, what's in trying to be a goof. He's always like that. But anyways, yeah, there's just a lot of dumb stuff that was been going on. Especially when it comes to Independence Day, a day that we should be, just celebrating the great country we have. Yes, it wasn't 100% great for everyone. That's how life is going. It's look, not everything's going to be perfect. Not everything's going to be wonderful. Not everything is perfect. It's really what I want to say here. but the rage that this whole set crap about reparations, giving land back, it's really dumb, and especially when it comes to politicians and companies. I just don't trust it. I always think it's either going to be for votes or trying to get money, trying to get more business from a particular set. So I don't find any of that stuff genuine. I doubt it a lot. I'm sure a lot of people do as well. I just think, and then the cocaine at the White House, that was kind of funny. Just like, but I thought it would have been even funnier if Hunter Biden was the one that had the fucking cocaine. The memes were only true if the memes were only true. And then flying the American flag, racist. So dumb people. And then some dumb broad talking about how, I don't want my boyfriend to protect me with a gun or anything like that. Stupid liberal white woman. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you like, follow, and subscribe. Follow me at officialwghost on my Twitter. That you get updates on whenever I go live, etc., etc. I'm gonna go hit the gym and then go back to bed because I'm a fat and I need to lose some weight, but I also want my sleep. So tired. All right, guys. I hope you all have a good day. I hope you all had a great 4th of July, and yeah, peace out.